What's going on, guys? This is Ryan with RK Outpost, and it's hard to imagine that a few years ago, Blizzard was a company that I actually had some respect for. But it is now 2020, and Activision Blizzard has just become more and more anti-consumer as the time has gone on. And not only are they becoming more anti-consumer, but evidently they're anti-employee as well. We have a revolt going on right now at Blizzard from their employees who say they are not being treated fairly and not being compensated enough for what they are worth. Let's take a look at this. I think that this story is really interesting. The original story broke a few days ago by Jason Schreier. Now, before we get into too much of it, I should say that Jason Schreier is someone that gets a lot of sources, gets these really big exposés done, and then I feel like the headline is maybe a little more than what the story actually contains. They are well researched and well documented, but I think that there's a little bit of hyperbole involved in some of the headlines of his stories. But for this one here, we have to go back to this. I have it archived here. Blizzard workers share salaries in revolt over wage disparities. This is the original article from a few days ago. Well, there's another article out today, again, an update from Jason Schreier, breaking. Blizzard staff are compiling a list of workplace requests for management, including equal pay, fair promotions, and living wages. The U.S. games industry has no unions. This is one of the largest collective labor actions in games to date. Now, I am a big proponent that if you don't think you're being treated fairly, or if you think you're not getting paid enough, you should go somewhere else that will pay you and fairly compensate you for what you're worth. No one's forcing you to work at Blizzard. No one's forcing you to do that job if you don't feel like you're getting paid right. But a lot of people are complaining about their wages. I want to get into this story just a little bit. This is from a few days ago. Then we're going to get into the update and what these people are doing about it now. Employees at Blizzard, a division of Activision and Blizzard, began circulating a spreadsheet on Friday to anonymously share salaries and recent pay increases, the latest example of rising tensions in the video games industry over wage disparities and executive compensation. And this is a topic that is not solely related to games. There are a lot of people who feel like they aren't getting paid enough while the CEO is getting paid millions and millions and millions of dollars. This is a conversation that is always going to happen and will never end, because when there are people that are working and they see someone else who they feel like doesn't have the skills that they have, doesn't put in the same level of work that they have, but yet they're getting paid tens of millions of dollars, there's going to be a factor of, well, that's not fair. And it may not be fair in all cases, but we'll get into it. Blizzard, based in Irvine, makes popular games including Diablo and World of Warcraft. In 2019, after an internal survey revealed that more than half of Blizzard workers were unhappy with their compensation, the company told staff it would perform a study to ensure fair pay, according to people familiar with the situation. And they implemented the results of that study last month, which led to an outcry, because what they did evidently wasn't good enough for the employees. They collected a lot of different employees' salaries and information. Most of the raises are below 10%, significantly less than Blizzard employees said they expected following the study. So when Blizzard asked how they felt about pay, they said, we're not getting paid enough. They gave them raises. They gave most of them raises, but evidently less than 10%, not good enough for the Blizzard employees. Our goal has always been to ensure we compensate our employees fairly and competitively, Activision Blizzard spokeswoman said. We're constantly reviewing compensation philosophies to better recognize the talent of our highest performers. And then they go on and they say, Blizzard top performers received a salary increase that was 20% more than in prior years, and more people got promotions. So I think that is a good thing. Top performers got better pay raises and more promotions were given. All in all, sounds okay to me, but again, not good enough for the people that are working there. And why is that? Because their CEO made $40 million. And then it says, and the package has grown since then as the company's stock has soared. I will say, if the company's stock is soaring, it would make sense that their CEO makes more money. Do I think that the CEO of Blizzard should be making $40 million a year? No, I don't think so. I don't think that, maybe some athlete should be making $20, $25, $40 million. But the bottom line is that the market is dictating that. There is a demand for that sports player. The market is dictating that the CEO can make $40 million and even more if the company increases in stock. in the same way that there is a certain demand for people who do these jobs in the video game industry. Let's take a look here. And one of the big complaints, one of the chief complaints from these people, and what's happening is they don't like what they're getting paid at Blizzard. So they go across the street to Riot Games. Take a look at this post from a couple months ago, a month and a half ago. Fuck it. I hope this helps other folks in the industry. Hashtag game dev paid me. She has to let us know that she is Persian, cis, and 26 years old. I'm sure all the other 26-year-old Persian cis females are really understand now what they can compare this to. Blizzard internship, $16.75. Blizzard associate PM, $59,000. Blizzard PM, $74,000. But then, when she went over to Riot Games, she got paid nearly double. Now, of course, this is after years of experience. What exactly were her roles? Not 100% sure, but you can see how much more Riot paid her. What I would say to a lot of the people at Blizzard, and if you're getting paid unfairly, you feel like you're getting paid unfairly, then it sounds like Riot Games is a great place to go work. If you can demand that sort of salary, you should definitely go somewhere else and demand that sort of salary. But like Jason Schreier reported today, Blizzard workers organize on company Slack seeking pay increases. So they are organizing. Again, there's no unions in the video game industry, at least not yet, but it looks like there could be in the near future. Hundreds of employees at Blizzard are using company's Slack network to organize a list of workplace requests, including fair pay and increased sick time. Results of the effort, a rare example of labor organizing in the video game industry, are expected to be presented to management as early as this week. Now, Blizzard says that it will review the employee feedback and consider changes. We will continue to adapt our compensation to build and keep the workforce our company needs today and tomorrow. We understand that some Blizzard employees have specific requests, and we look forward to hearing from them directly. Then he goes on to detail, no video game companies in the US are unionized. The movement inside Blizzard hasn't taken concrete steps towards forming a union, but they represent one of the largest instances of workplace organizing in the industry. Allegations of unpaid overtime and wage disparities between gaming executives and their workers have been topics of intense debate in recent years, and investors have pushed to reduce compensation for chief executive officers, including at Activision. Right? So not only do we need to get paid more, but this person needs to get paid less. We need some of that money he's getting to spread it around to us. Again, I would say that if you feel like you're being unfairly compensated in any form and you're asking for something and you don't get it, go somewhere else. That place doesn't deserve you. And you can see that some people are doing just that. He follows up in this tweet. Bloomberg has reviewed a draft which asked the Blizzard to create a strategy, like we said, for staff retention. Lots of Blizzard employees have exited for neighboring companies such as Riot Games. Our mentors are leaving in droves, the list says. A list of requests was piled on that Slack channel with over 870 members. And again, like we just said, they are willing to talk. Now, this is kind of tricky because I don't really like Activision Blizzard right now, to be quite honest. But at the same time, I feel like it, in the same way with me, if I feel like I'm not being treated fairly somewhere, and I'm not getting what I deserve there, I don't owe that company anything. Go F themselves. If you will not give me what I feel like I'm entitled, what I feel like I have worked for, I'm going somewhere else who will recognize that talent. And if you are someone who is valuable like that, I think it'll happen. You saw for these people who went to Riot Games, they paid them more. So that's how you should show Blizzard. That is the way you should show Blizzard that, hey, you should start paying your companies more. It's by leaving. It is by leaving that company and going somewhere else until the talent pool gets dried up, unless Blizzard is willing to pay more. I think that the idea of them unionizing and saying, you need to pay these people less to give us more, isn't the best way to go about it. Are they going to get a couple concessions? They probably are. But are we going to be right back here next year when they get another 10% pay increase and that's just not enough for them? I don't know. It's a touchy topic. It's something that delves into unions and things like that I don't talk about on my channel ever. But it is something relevant to video games, and I thought it was really interesting. I wanted to talk about it the other day. After this update, I couldn't not talk about it. Let me know what you guys think about all this in the comments below. Make sure you smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I will talk to you later. Thanks for watching, everyone, and a huge shout out to my patrons. I appreciate you guys so much. Want to follow me on Twitter or Instagram? Check out the description below. You'll find links to my P.O. box and my Patreon as well. I'll talk to you guys later.